this initiative by Microsoft is to support startups from all quarters, to join us, to interact with us, to leverage our community, our ecosystem in their journey towards scaling up. And to enable that in a much efficient manner, in October of 2021, we have released a new version of our program, which has a tool by the name of Founders Hub. So it's a platform built by the Microsoft for Startups team, where we are creating new features and enabling our benefits for the entire startups, that are joining our program almost every day. So in a sense, it democratizes the resources that Microsoft has built over the years so that startups in our program, no matter where they are in the world, can access and make use of it. So Founders Hub is a platform. So any new startup that gets onboarded to the program, will be signing in, and they have a bunch of benefits present in the Founders Hub platform, which they can access. And our startup program has recently undergone a massive change. So we have now opened up our platform for the entire startup community. So no matter where they are, if they are an idea stage company or an MPV or a product market fit startup or even a growth stage startup. So startups from all stages can join us now. And even if you are a B2C or a B2B startup, even then you can come in. The only prerequisite for our program is that you must be building a software product or a service, which can be sort of looked at by the Microsoft community. We come in and add value to your software, service, or product and enhance it so that you can, leverage the most of it in your journey. So these are the three broad buckets of support that we provide to startups. Number one is helping startups to build better products using the Microsoft technologies, which include the Microsoft Azure Cloud. And along with that, you also have a bunch of development tools and productivity tools as well, which will help you optimize your business operations. I'll cover each of these in detail in the following slides. The second part of our bucket is giving opportunity to B2B startups to engage with our enterprise customers, which by far is the largest in the world. And we want to support our startups to get connected to our enterprise customers so that there is a value chain that benefits from this engagement. And to to enable that, we have a bunch of things that we do, which I will again cover in detail as we move ahead. The third and the final bit of our support bucket is to provide people resources from Microsoft community who come in and are helping out startups as per their skill sets. So we have technical people, we have people who have the skills to mentor startups, we have trainers, we have people who host events and workshops, so all coming in from Microsoft side to supporting startups in their journey. Going into the details of each of these. The first is which kind of productivity tools and Microsoft Azure cloud credits that you get. So up to 150K spread across a span of 4 years is available. So based on a startup's journey, its traction in the market, its team size, whether it's raised funding or not. So there are a bunch of evaluation metrics, that we follow to help a startup gain entry into our program. And depending on that, they have a pipeline of 150K at hand that they can leverage upon in terms of Microsoft Azure Cloud. Along with the Azure, we also have Visual Studio and GitHub coming in. to support a startup's tech team to build better products and to optimize your business operations. We have Office 365, Power Platform, and Dynamics 365 as the tools available to help run your businesses in the most optimal manner. A few clarifications here. Uh, GitHub M365 Power Platform and Dynamics licenses are free for a period of the first 12 months, depending on when you activated in your journey in the program. And post that, it becomes paid. Visual Studio remains free in the entire duration of your stay in our program. Also wanted to mention at this point that our program is run on a pro bono basis. So we enable startups by bringing them in our ecosystem. If they are B2B startups, they get further assistance in getting connected to our enterprise customers. And through this enablement, if our enterprise customers grow and startups get business from them, that's how we benefit as an organization. So it's a complete pro bono engagement that we do. And all of these benefits are available, as I said, at no cost. Also wanted to clarify, these are some questions that keep coming up to us. So I thought I'll just address them over here. So the credits that are mentioned are only for Azure Cloud. So there is an assumption many times that the credits may be, utilized if you're even accessing the licenses and all. So that's not the case. The licenses are separate, and the credits that you see on the slide are only for the Azure Cloud. The next set of our support bucket is on personalized guidance. So as I was mentioning, we have people resources available at 24/7 to support our in-program startups. So the first set of people we have are technical advisors. So these are Azure Cloud engineers with whom startups can do consultation, advisory sessions, and also seek guidance from them. Anything related to the Azure Cloud that you wish to understand, it is them that you can get access to. So, um, from understanding the capabilities of the Azure Cloud to how do you get started on Azure, how do you build new solutions on Azure. If you have an existing technology stack that you want to be reviewed, you can discuss that with the technical advisors team. And at some point of time, if you feel that there is entire confidence available for you to migrate from any competing cloud to the Azure cloud, even data migration support is provided at no cost. So that's all that the technical advisors cover. Wanted to again clarify if there are any break fix or any bug fix issues. That is not something that the technical advisors will take care of. That will be taken care of by the general Microsoft startup support team. As part of the Founders Hub platform, we also have the mentor network. So this is a very exciting feature. Even at Microsoft, it was very well received when people in our organization were given an opportunity to sign up and mentors and support our in-program startups. So people from different geographies, different industries, and different technology domains have signed up, to engage with our in-program startups. So startups that are logging in on their Founders Hub will find these features available, and then they can just go ahead and book virtual sessions as per their liking of which mentor they would want to engage with. Our team at a global level keeps organizing different events and workshops to to create a learning path for startup tech teams, to create an engagement at a community level. There are some product sessions that we do. We also host startup showcases and demo days, and we also do some knowledge series around Azure or in general about technology or even on the business side, what startups keep doing. So that content and that knowledge is being hosted at a constantly, and those are populated at one place. So now with the Founders Hub platform opening up for startups, it will be included as a feature in the Founders Hub platform so that at a single point of time, any person in the tech team can go ahead and get access to the content there. This slide is especially very important for B2B startups because we enable them to create a mechanism so that they can engage with the enterprise customers that Microsoft has. So if you have a product or a solution that is relevant for enterprises, we will come in and support you in terms of leveraging our network and also the Azure Marketplace, which is a platform that hosts all Azure built apps. So it's as easy as hosting your application on the Azure Marketplace, and we support a startup in hosting a paid version of the app, so that enterprises globally, whenever they download the application, you get paid for it, and Microsoft charges around 3% for each transaction of your downloads in return of providing you the backend related support, such as invoicing, billing, etc., to make sure that you only focus on acquiring customers and executing a faster GTM. Our account managers are also engaging with startups at different intervals, depending on how mature they are. Uh, you know, I mean, how much they are evolving as a mature startup. And then intervention is always there available where account managers can come in, help you in your GTM, and take you to the enterprise customers. Um, we also have a fundraising as a feature coming up very soon in our Founders Hub platform, wherein it will be a guidance tool and a tutorial available for startups to learn what they should be doing to prepare for funding rounds. And there will also be an interface which will help startups to build investor decks right within the Founders Hub platform. So through these two initiatives, we ensure that startups get better access to customers as well as capital. A bunch of broad guidelines that we look at when we are evaluating startups for our program. Number one is that you must be building a software product or a service, because that's where Microsoft as an organization can come in and add immense value to the startup's journey. And the maximum funding stage that a startup must have to qualify for a program is Series C, and there is no minimum benchmark available because now even concept stage startups can join us. Um, and any startup who has a consulting model uh, or a kind of a development shop kind of a business, or it's a government entity or an educational institution or anything to do with cryptos, we don't include such models in our program. And yes, you must not have been enrolled into any Microsoft for Startups program earlier, which enables you to join us, and you can leverage the program. So these are the broad elements that we have as part of the program engagement and how we support startups. I will quickly also show the process of applying to the program. While this is the website available, but I would be wanting to show the process of how startups can apply to the program. So this is the Microsoft for Startups website, which has all the information that I have shared right now in this call. The top right, you have different sections of stories, blog, and also the learning series that you can access and understand the value propositions that the program has enabled for startups that have joined us. So a lot of content there to explore. So startups who are willing to join us, they can click on the sign up button and it opens up the application page where you can apply using your LinkedIn account. And it's a 5-minute process where a bunch of questions will be asked just to understand and profile your startup application. And once you submit the application, you can hear back from us within 7 to 10 business days. So if all goes well, you will receive an approval email from our side, which will enable you to sign in into the Founders Hub platform, and then you can kickstart the engagement with us. To address some of the questions around the program and the Founders Hub platform, some questions have been populated in the same page. If anybody wants to explore more, they can go ahead and read more about the program and what are the different features available. So that's how the application process works, fairly simple and streamlined. Um, and that's all I had to cover about the startup program and how we work with startups. So wanted to mention two startups that are doing really well in our program. One is Prio Shop. It's a marketplace. Some of you may be knowing about them. So you should be, speaking to the founder, and he would be happy to let you know that how the team at Microsoft has supported the startup's journey. The other startup I wanted to mention from Bangladesh is Prava Healthcare. So they are part of our social impact in engagement. So we have um, we have a social impact program also that focuses on social entrepreneurs. Um, Largely, the benefits that our startup program provides is also covered in a similar way in the social impact program. It's just that the approach and the theme is to provide assistance to social impact startups. So as part of that, Prava Health has been recently onboarded, and we are working very closely with them and providing the relevant assistance. We just wanted to cover that. Um,